Hello sports fans, it is Tuesday, June the 2nd, the year 2015, and as always, a lot to get to in the sports world, so let's get it going right now. Great to be back with you guys. Hope you guys are doing well as we are ready for the NHL and the NBA Finals. The NHL Finals will start tomorrow night. The NBA Finals will start on Thursday. As far as the NHL, it will be the Tampa Bay Lightning against the Chicago Blackhawks. Chicago has home ice. Chicago looking for their third Stanley Cup in, the last 6 years. So Chicago's doing a great job. Tremendous job by the Blackhawks winning the Western Conference Final. They're down 3-2 against a good Anaheim team. They win the last 2 games of that series, including Game 7 on the road. So great job by the Blackhawks. And an equally great job by the Tampa Bay Lightning beating the New York Rangers. They shut out the Rangers 2-0 in Game 7, and they had shut out the Rangers in Game 5. So the last 2 games at Madison Square Garden, the Lightning shut out the Rangers. Great job by Tampa Bay getting to the finals. Steve Yzerman, the GM, who used to be that great player with Detroit, has really put together a solid team. I favor Chicago in this series. I think Chicago with the home ice is the better team, but I think Tampa Bay will make it interesting, so that will get going tomorrow night. As far as the NBA, which starts Thursday, it will start in Golden State, the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors. To me, I'd love to see Cleveland win this series for the city of Cleveland, which has had such heartache with the Cavaliers and the Browns and, the Indians. I'd love to see the city of Cleveland win here. I think Golden State is going to win, though, with the home court, with Love being out, with Irving being banged up. I don't know if Varejao is going to be activated. There's rumors that he may be activated for Cleveland, but even if he is, he's been out for so long, I don't know how much he can contribute. LeBron, you're asking him to do an awful lot in this series. I know he's amazing, but you're asking him to just be superhuman in this series to win. I mean, Golden State with Curry and Thompson, and Curry and Thompson both should play. Curry had that hard fall last week. He should be able to play. Thompson had the concussion. Looks like he's going to go. Golden State has been the best team all year. I mean, they have home court in Cleveland. Without Love and Irving being banged up, it's asking an awful lot for Cleveland to win this series. I'd like to see him do it for the city of Cleveland, but I think this is going to be Golden State series. I think Cleveland will win their games, but I think Golden State will come out on top. We shall see, though. That gets going on Thursday. As far as Major League Baseball, let's go through the standings real quick. American League first, Eastern Division. I'll tell you, this division is not good at all. All these teams are playing mediocre ball. The Yankees are in first place, and they're 27-25, so they're not exactly playing great, but that's good enough for first place. Tampa Bay, 26-26, that's good for a game out. Baltimore, Toronto, and Boston all under 500, but they're not out of it by any means. No one playing great ball. Very disappointed in Toronto. Boston got off to a nice start. They've been stumbling and bumbling. This division should be like this the whole year. I can't see anyone pulling away in this division. To me, they're all mediocre teams, so that division should be cluttered the rest of the way. As far as the American League Central, how about the Minnesota Twins? The Minnesota Twins, who got off to a slow start, are 30-19 and in first place. What a job by the Twins. Great job by them. Kansas City 29-19. They're a good team. Detroit hasn't been playing well. They're 28-24. We'll see if Verlander gets back soon. Cleveland playing a little better at 24-26, and the White Sox have hit the skids. That division is really, really good. Minnesota, Kansas City, Detroit, all good teams. I expect Cleveland to be better than they have been. I think that's a very solid division. Nice job by the Twins, 30-19. Great job by them. As far as the American League West, the Houston Astros, I've been saying it all year, a lot of young players, team for the future. How about a team for right now? They're 32-20, playing really nice ball. Angels starting to pick it up. They're 28-24. They dusted Detroit over the weekend. Mike Scioscia, to me, is one of the best managers in baseball. Love Scioscia as a player for the Dodgers. I think he's one of the best minds in all of baseball. Texas, 26-25. They are over 500. How about Josh Hamilton? Josh Hamilton, after all his problems, after sitting out all that time, the injury, he gets traded back to Texas. What does he do his first game back with Texas? Hits 2 home runs, then 2 days later has the game-winning double. No one can ever question Josh Hamilton's talent. He has talent. It's just the off-the-field stuff. Josh Hamilton is an amazing talent. Seattle 24-27, very disappointing. I thought they'd be better. Oakland, really a disaster this year, 20-31. They look terrible this year. So that's your American League. As far as the National League East, Washington in first place right now, 28-22. How many home runs is Harper going to hit this year? Unbelievable. Harper is hitting home runs left and right. I see Strasburg has hit the DL again. Mets 29-23. They're right there. They need David Wright back. The Mets pitching should keep him in it all year. Atlanta 26-25. I expect Atlanta to be mediocre at best. Miami 20-32. They got a long way back. I don't think Miami can come back from this. A lot of people like Miami. I did not. Forget Philadelphia. As far as the Central, St. Louis 33-18, still have the best record in baseball. Cubs 27-22. Epstein doing a great job building that team. Keep an eye on Bryant. He's going to hit a lot of home runs at Wrigley Field. Pittsburgh 27-24. You expect them to make a move. By the way, if you ever get to Pittsburgh, check out their ballpark. They have one of the hidden gems of all of baseball. That ballpark in Pittsburgh is absolutely gorgeous with the bridge in the back. If you're ever in Pittsburgh, check out a Pirate game. Cincinnati and Milwaukee, don't expect much from either of them. Milwaukee looks like a dreadful team. Cincinnati looks mediocre at best. As far as the National League West, Dodgers are 30-20. They lose Ryu for the year, their third pitcher. That's a big loss for the Dodgers. Going to have to replace him. Now, the Dodgers have the wherewithal to get somebody. They have the means to go out and make a trade, to get somebody. But that's a big loss, losing Ryu. They got a couple of other injuries. Puig's been out a while. We'll see when he gets back. Crawford's been out. So we'll keep an eye on the Dodgers' injuries. But I expect the Dodgers to win this division. Giants right there again, 30-23. You can never count out the Giants. They made so many offseason moves. You thought they'd have, a little step back this year, but there they are right there at 30-23, playing a lot better than they were in the beginning of the year. San Diego, 25-28. Very disappointed in them. I thought San Diego would be much improved this year. I mean, they don't look like more than a mediocre team to me right now. What's with Matt Kemp? Forget, he can't hit any more home runs. Remember we used to hit 30 home runs? Now he can't even play the outfield. He looks totally lost, Matt Kemp. Very disappointed in San Diego. Arizona and Colorado, I don't expect much from. So that's where you are in your baseball. I mean, like I said, all sorts of time in baseball. The ups and downs, the highs and lows of baseball. Look at the Twins. If you watch the Twins the first 2 weeks of the season, you'd be like, this team is absolutely awful. And here they are at 30-19, one of the best teams in baseball. That's how baseball works. Teams get on these runs either way. They get hot for a month, they get cold for a month, ups and downs and all arounds. We got all sorts of time for baseball. As far as some other things going on in the sports world, as far as the French Open that's going on, listen, you know how I feel about tennis lately. Tennis needs some new blood. They need some new young stars. I look up on the men's side, and again, it's the same group of players. Nadal, Federer, Murray, Novak, the same group of four over and over again in every semifinals, over and over. Tennis needs some new blood. Where are the young stars? Tennis used to be dominated by young stars. The guys now, Federer is way past his prime and he's still getting to semifinals. I mean, how many French Opens is Nadal going to win? I mean, it's just ridiculous. And on the women's side, it's a little better, but still, you look up and Serena Williams is again, sitting right there in the semifinals. Where are the new young stars in tennis? Where are they on the men's side and the women's side? Needs some new blood in tennis. I mean, the same group of people. There's no drama in these tournaments. The French Open is a 2-week tournament. You don't have to watch any of it till the quarterfinals. The first 10 days of the tournament, there is no drama. There's nothing going on. So I've been down on tennis for a while. Need some new young stars in tennis in both the women's and the men's side. So that's the French Open. Novak does play Nadal tomorrow in the quarterfinal. That is a big match. You might want to keep an eye on that. College World Series going on as far as men's baseball. Might want to watch that. Some really great baseball. It's always on one of the ESPN networks, so watch some College World Series. I did watch the women's college softball last night. They are in the finals. Michigan's playing Florida, best 2 out of 3. Florida's up 1-0. They beat Michigan last night 3-2. Florida trying to go back-to-back. You might want to check that out. Some really, really good softball. Watch some lacrosse going back to last week, Memorial Day. Denver won their first lacrosse title, on the men's side, and Maryland won on the women's side. I always love watching the NCAA lacrosse finals. Really, really exciting stuff. So congratulations to Denver and Maryland. I did go to a women's soccer game. The Women's World Cup is coming up this weekend. It starts in Canada on Saturday. United States starts next Monday against Australia in group play. I did go to the USA-South Korea exhibition game at Red Bull Arena. Unfortunately for me, a lot of the USA stars did not play, like Alex Morgan, and the game was 0-0. So I didn't even get any goals in the game. But I'll tell you, Red Bull Arena is a very nice arena. If you ever get to New Jersey, check it out. Seats 26,000. It was a complete sellout when I was there, but there's not a bad seat in the house. Traveling is pretty good. The train stops right there. It doesn't seem too bad of a drive either. They got plenty of parking. So it's a really pretty easy getting out of Red Bull Arena. Very nice seating as well. There's not a bad seat in the house. So I did watch some women's soccer over the weekend. Unfortunately, I watched the 0-0 tie. It was kind of a boring game. But the Women's World Cup does start on Saturday. I'll get into more of that as we go forward. And the Belmont is on Saturday. We look to see if American Pharoah can complete the trilogy. Will he win the Triple Crown? I'll tell you, this Belmont is awfully hard. I mean that straightaway, when you come around the turn heading for home, seems to last forever. I mean, it's a 1.5 mile race, and it just never ends. So to me, I'm rooting for American Pharoah. I want to see the Triple Crown. I want to see some horse do it. I just don't think he's going to do it. Kind of like Smarty Jones from years ago, where he was leading around the turn, got clipped at the end. I have a feeling that's going to happen again here. That Belmont is so difficult that, that home stretch seems to go on and on forever. It seems to never finish. I'm rooting for American Pharoah. I think he gets clipped at the end. I don't think he wins this race. All right, so that's where you are in your sports world. You guys are all caught up. You guys are all set. Like I said, you got the NBA and the NHL finals coming up in the next couple of days. I'll be back with you guys very soon. You guys, thanks for the support. You guys stay happy, healthy, and safe. Watch some sports tonight. You got the College World Series. You got some college softball. You got some things on. Take care of yourself. I will talk to you very soon. Thanks for the support as always. Be back soon. Take care.